In 1992, 4 months after the LA riots, I came to Sweden for the very first time. I met Swedes, white Swedes, who looked at the LA riots and quoted Aretha Franklin. They asked, when is the US going to give African Americans some respect, some respect? These Swedes, both white Swedes and Swedes of color, looked at the US and saw that African Americans were living with the horrors of dehumanization, of racial and residential segregation, of police mistreatment of an African American nation. They saw the inequities of high unemployment, substandard living conditions, and substandard education. Swedes, white Swedes, looked at the LA riots and saw something completely different from what white Americans saw. White Swedes saw civil protests and justifiable frustrations. I pledge allegiance to the social democratic state of Sweden and to the human rights for which it stands, one nation with civil rights and justice for all. RESPECT. That's what Sweden means to me. But that was then, in 1992, when Sweden was a social democratic state. It was also in 1992 when the United States of America was misbehaving as it always has. And this is now, 2013, when Swedes cannot seem to believe that the so-called democratic state of Sweden can misbehave just like the United States of America. When I look at the civil protests that started in Husby, beyond so-called criminals and irresponsible parents, I see residential segregation, the police mistreatment of a colorful Swedish nation, high unemployment and social marginalization of first and second and future generations. But I listen to explanations given by many Swedes, and I think I'm back in the United States of racist degradation. I listen to Swedes who only see criminals where they should see marginalized youth's frustrations, who blame irresponsible parents when they should blame the closing down of schools and centers of youth recreation, who justify police brutality when they should have called for serious government investigations of the police, at least as recently as 2008, when the police in Skåne used dehumanizing racist categorizations like Appajävel, Neger Negerson, Oscar Neger, and other forms of disturbing, demeaning racialization. So now, I question my allegiance to the so-called democratic state of Sweden. I see the increasing oppression upon which it stands. I see two societies growing more separate and unequal, with liberty for a few and hypocrisy for all. And I sing, Sweden, stop in the name of love before you break my heart. Stop in the name of love before you break my heart. Think it over, Sweden. Think it over.